We have breaking news first at 5. That controversial heartbeat bill passes the House. It is on its way to the governor's desk. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Sharon Reed.
I'm Brittany Miller. The bill would ban abortions as early as 6 weeks into pregnancy, making this one of the strictest abortion laws in the country. CBS 46's Vince Sims live at the state capitol tonight. And Vince, what can you tell us?
All right, well, I'm standing right now in the anteroom just outside of the House of Representatives, and I had a chance to speak with the sponsor of this bill, Representative Ed Setzler, that is right here right now. So we're just going to do a live interview with you and just ask you the main question. This bill has passed now. How do you feel about this?
I think passage of this bill is a recognition of the common sense of Georgians reign today in the legislature. You know, this bill strikes a very careful balance between the difficult situations that pregnant mothers find themselves in and the basic right to life of their children. And I think the debate today was substantive, and I think that the details of House Bill 481 showed themselves to be sound in striking that careful legal balance.
The last question I was asking you about was the fact that there were a lot of protesters around. We started hearing the chanting of shame that was going on as well. Your thoughts on the passions from the opposition on this?
You know, there's been a nationally mobilized effort to oppose this. You know, some of the costumed demonstrators here that have been shouting shame at people come from other states. You know, the issue's been nationalized, but the facts are, everyday Georgians, candidly, people within both parties recognize the basic life of the child needs to be recognized. And I think as we try to wrestle between women in these very difficult circumstances, we also recognize we can't ignore the basic right to life of a child that's living distinct from their mother and has a beating heartbeat. I mean, a beating heart is the threshold for life in every other setting. Why have we for 46 years ignored it inside of mothers? When these children are living distinct from their moms, I think everyday Georgians recognize we need to draw the line and begin to protect these children. And that's what House Bill 481 does. All
right, you're saying protecting the children, yet the women are saying taking their right away, their choice away. Response to that?
You know, we're really trying to balance that issue. You know, one side, all they're talking about is women have a right to this, women have a right to, we care about women. You know, we've taken great care in this bill. And this bill provides child support for mothers that are pregnant, provides a tax exemption for moms, and accommodates women in very difficult situations. There's exceptions and accommodations in this bill to protect those. But we recognize most abortions happen to healthy babies with healthy mothers that are using it as a means of birth control. And to strike the balance, we can't ignore the fact that abortion destroys the life of an innocent child. And this bill recognizes that and strikes a careful balance.
All right, Representative Ed Setzler, the sponsor of the what's so-called heartbeat bill. Thank you very much for your comments on that and sharing with us your thoughts on this. We appreciate that. Yes, sir. So there you go. You just heard from the sponsor on this passing and his thoughts and feelings on this as passing. And also, as we did have this earlier today, we did speak with the Speaker of the House, who didn't exactly say when this was going to come up. He gave us no indication, but it did happen late this afternoon. And as we were just saying, the sponsor brought it to the floor. This was for an agree or disagree. So there was no real debate on the issue, only questions that were able to be asked of the sponsor that brought it there. Now, the vote was 92 to 78. It had only one more person voted against it. It would have failed, but it did pass. So it was that close. But it does pass on to the governor now, who is saying that he is supporting it. Here's some more comments about this bill and its passing.
Today's vote was a one-vote margin, which means that if one member of either party had stood with women, this bill would not pass. What that means is that we will have a better time suing this happening into Georgia.
When federal courts strike this down, guess who's going to be paying the legal bills? It's not going to be the politicians who passed this bill, but it's going to be Georgia taxpayers, you and me.
All right, now just moments ago, I did check in with the governor's office to see when he may be likely to sign this bill, and I was told that it will happen after the end of session, which sine die, as it's called, the last day is on Tuesday. We'll keep you updated. That's the very latest here at the state capitol. I'm Vince Sims, CBS 46 News.
Boy, Vince, so close, as you mentioned. And now, speaking of Governor Brian Kemp, he has indeed made it clear he supports the heartbeat bill, and he will sign it, as Vince Sims reports, on Tuesday. Of course, we'll follow it all. Moments after the bill passed, Governor Kemp released this statement. Let's take a look at it. Here it is in part. Georgia values life. We stand up for the innocent and speak for those who cannot speak for themselves. The legislature's bold action reaffirms our priorities and who we are as a state. Then there's the ACLU. Not so fast. They put out this statement, a threat, if you will. They say if Governor Kemp signs this abortion ban bill into law, the ACLU has one message: We will see you in court.